Hello, East Ottawa County High School targeted teachers, and welcome to Google 102. In Google 101, we learn how to create our Gmail account and how to share information with our tech facilitators. In Google 102, we're going to learn how to take this same enthusiasm and bring it into the classroom to share with our students. We're going to do this collaboration through Google Documents. If it's not posted up on your toolbar, click More and go to Documents. First thing what I'm going to do is share a few documents that I've used in my classroom to let you see how easy and how wonderful it can be used. One of the first documents that I used in my classroom was my Google Multiple Intelligent Assessment form. This assessment was created by me to see how my students learn best. I used the multiple intelligence done by Gardner, and at first we did a presentation by just looking at each intelligence and looking at what each of them means. Then my students had to go and take a multiple intelligence assessment. This great interactive tool that I just copy and paste into this document was used, and my students had to go through a small presentation, and at the end it allowed me to see their learning style. My students enjoyed it because they were not sitting and doing pencil and paper, and it also gave me a great look at how my students are working. Another way that I've used Google Documents in my classroom is through the brainstorming web map. This was a template that I found in Google Documents templates. My students start to work on their web pages. In the center of the circle, they decided to tell what their web page was going to be about, and then they brainstormed on how they was going to get their audience to come in to see their web page. This web page, this graphic was shared with my students by just clicking on share and adding people. And I add my students in every student that I want this document to go to, and then by saying can edit, it allowed my students to edit the document. So I shared this document with my students, and I was also able to collaborate with them by allowing them to to complete the document and being able to see it later. Another Google tool that I've used in my classroom is my Google Technology Survey. Each of my students took this survey, and I got to see all their answers through this Google document. In the live feed, this is what my students saw. They saw this Google form, and all they had to do was fill in the answers and submit it to me. Great way to see what your students already know and what it is that they're wanting to learn. Something else that was great that I used as a Google document was my beginning of the year presentation. It's a basic PowerPoint type presentation that we use in Google, but it just gave the students an overall view of what it is that I was going to be looking for in the class. Being that I could just share it with my students, it became very easy. Each of my students were given a Gmail account, and through this Gmail account, just like we used it to share with our tech facilitator, I use it to share with my students. I'm also going to use it in my everyday class. I have a Google form that I've already put together that I'm going to let my students take at the end of each unit. At the end of each unit, they complete this form to let me know how well how comfortable they are with a certain subject. A great way to see if you've taught everything that you wanted to teach, and to see if your students have gotten everything that you want to send to them. These are only a few presentations, a few ways that I've used Google already with my students. There are a wealth of ways that you can use with your students. Just like the tech facilitators using it with us, take the same enthusiasm into the classroom. I know we enjoy sharing information. It's easier, it's less time consuming for us to do it this way than to do paper and print. and constantly printing papers and filling out forms. Just like you would rather do it fast and easy on the computer, think of how much fun this would be for your students to do it the same way. Google Documents only one of the Web 2.1 is only one of the Web 2.0 tools that we're going to incorporate into our classroom. Stay tuned and I will show you one more tool that I'm going to incorporate into my classroom. And I think if you try it, you will have fun too. Thank you for your time, and I hope you decide to use Google Doc. Thank you.